Hello, my name is Caroline. Welcome back to Science in N.E.S.T Kids. Today we're going to be learning about how is electricity made. Every day we use things that need electricity in our houses, when we're at school, when we're out and about. Lots of things use electricity. How many things in your house use electricity? In the kitchen, there's lots of things that use electricity. Shall we see some in my kitchen? Welcome to my kitchen. Let's see what uses electricity. The toaster over here, that uses electricity. Also, our oven. Some ovens use gas, but our oven uses electricity. The kettle. If you want a cup of tea, you need to use electricity. And also, the microwave uses electricity. So every single day in my life, I use electricity. But how is it made? Something really important that we need to learn first is about energy. And electricity is one way of transfer of energy. But the thing is, you cannot make energy, or can you get rid of it? So you just have to move it from one type of energy to the other type. When we make electricity, we use energy stored in fuel. And this fuel can be one of two types. It can be non-renewable, meaning it can only be used once, or renewable, where it's very easy to make it come back again. Non-renewable fuels use coal, oil, gas, or nuclear power. Let's have a look at how these are used to make electricity. This is a diagram of what happens in a power station and how electricity is made. So, there are a few things that we need to look at. Do you remember I talked about the fuel? Here is the fuel. And the fuel is heated. And what happens is the heat from the fuel transfers energy up to steam, so gases which travel round the pipe. So fuel heats up steam and steam travels round the pipe. Number two, it gets to the turbine. At the turbine, the steam turns the turbine round and round, and the steam makes movement at the turbine. The movement at the turbine is then put into a generator. Generators are really important. Generators are what convert the movement energy into electrical energy. So that's created in here in the generator. Then in the transformer, the electrical energy is made ready to go to our homes. And so here, electricity is moving out of the transformer and is ready to go into our homes. You might be wondering about this bit. It looks a bit complicated, but all that's happening here is that the steam that's moving through the pipe is being cooled down in the condenser by water or other substance, and then it moves back along the pipe ready to be heated by the fuel. So the chemical energy stored in the fuel is converted to heat energy to move round the steam, and then that's created to kinetic or movement energy at the turbine, which is converted to electrical energy at the generator. Wow, that was quite complicated, wasn't it? Here's our diagram. And although a lot of the electricity we have in our houses is made by non-renewable fuel like coal, oil, gas and nuclear power, the problem is that you might have heard of something called global warming and carbon dioxide. And these fuels, apart from nuclear, produce carbon dioxide, which goes into the environment and is not very good. The other thing is that the fuel, once it's heated, it's used up. So then we have to get more out of the ground. So a good idea is to use renewable energy sources. Here are some diagrams of 5 different types of renewable energy. We have wind, wave, solar, hydroelectric, and tidal. In wind, wave, hydroelectric, and tidal, it is movement energy, kinetic energy, which turns the turbine and a generator. Do you remember that from the last diagram? The purple arrows can show us the movement of the wind turbine, the wave. This is a wave, and on top of the wave there is a buoy, an object which inside has a generator and it moves up and down. In hydroelectric, water moves from one area to another, and that passes through a generator, which creates electricity. In the tidal, these also turn with the tides, and the movement energy creates electricity. Solar is a little bit different, and it uses light energy from the sun to create electrical energy. Wow! Did you know there are so many different ways to create electricity? We're going to try and make our very own windmill to understand how the wind turbine works. Are you ready? To make this, all you'll need is a piece of paper, some scissors, a paper clip, and some glue. Only 4 things. And we're going to make a windmill. So, the first thing you need to do is make your piece of paper into a square. The easiest way to do this is to take one corner and fold it to the flat edge, like this. And then, using your scissors, we're going to cut along where the edge of the paper is. And we get rid of that bit. Great, so we now have a square with one fold in. Let's make another fold, doing corner to corner. So we now have a folded cross. We're now going to take our scissors and make a cut from each corner halfway towards the centre point. Can you see that? We're not cutting all the way to the centre because then we'd have to start again. So we're going to cut again all 4 corners halfway to the centre point. We're going to do one more. Great. So we now have our square cut with four cuts in it. What we're going to do now is take the corner and fold it to the middle, like so. We're going to glue it to the middle. So I'm gluing the middle of it, and then I'm taking the corner, folding it over, and only gluing the tip to the middle. Repeat this 4 times with each of the corners. So we're not doing this one to make it fold like this. We're doing this one, and folding it in. Same again. Fold it in. And same again, fold it in. Wow, this now looks a bit like a windmill, but it doesn't really work yet. We're nearly there. So, What we're going to do now is unfold the paper clip. So unfold it like that, and same again on the other side. Oh, there we go. So we've got a piece of wire. It can be a bit sharp, so just take care. We're nearly there. What we're going to do now is poke a hole using the safety pin in the middle going through. Can you see that? So I've made a little hole going through. And now if I hold both sides close to the safety pin and I blow, can you see how the windmill will work? And that is how the wind turbine works, and the generator is at the middle, and when the wind blows it turns the propellers and makes electricity. I hope you enjoyed learning about electricity and how it's made. Why don't you make a windmill or learn about the different types of renewable energy? Or you could count how many things in your house use electricity. I've really enjoyed today. I hope you have too, and I'll see you next time in the science of N.E.S.T Kids. Bye!